first virtual International Food Festival hosted by the PTO. So thank you so much for allowing me to host this, this first class. So today I have a special guest with us. It's my mom.
Hello.
My mom, Venus.
Hi, everyone.
I thought what better way to share with you how to demonstrate a traditional dish, Arabic rice. Hi, a traditional Arabic rice dish with somebody of experience and wisdom, and her mother taught her, my grandmother. So my grandmother taught my mom taught me. So I have here with us my mom. So before I continue, I'm just gonna let you all know that this is where I got the recipe from. And this book is called Ahlain, and it is readily available in Adams or Panini if it is you want an Arabic cuisine cookbook. And it's even on Amazon if you want to purchase it. And it has a lot of really good recipes made by the woman, the Syrian Lebanese woman of Trinidad and Tobago. All of them came together and they put together this book. So first up, we're going to start with making our Arabic rice. First up, we're going to make the minced beef that has to go in the Arabic rice. So according to the recipe, 1 pound of ground beef, we have 1 pound right here. So I'm just going to turn on the fire. Just let this up. All right, let's get this going. And start. Okay. So first up, we're going to season our beef with, we're going to go with the Worcester sauce, onions, one large onion. We have the 3 cloves of garlic. Pimento peppers. Two tablespoons of parsley. So right now we're seasoning the meat before we put it in the pot to cook. Half a cup of thyme. One teaspoon of thyme. Teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Salt, black pepper, and straight off to the pot. So I'm going to use your hands. Okay.
Mix it well.
You have to mix it well. So you mix it well before you put it in the pot.
Yes, and make sure the meat is soft and thawed out.
Soft and thawed out, okay. So it can cook well.
Yes.
So now we're going to put in our butter. 4 ounces of butter. 4 ounces of butter.
Oh, Arabic rice takes a lot of butter.
All right. You want to use some of that for the pine nuts?
Yeah.
All right.
Then you take your meat. And you put it in. Yes, keep mixing it until it's cooked well.
How long does it take, Mom?
About 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, yes.
So do we keep stirring it?
Keep stirring it till it's cooked. You'll see it turn brown. Keep it here for a little while.
Okay, so that's the minced beef. Now, what we have next is the pine nuts. So what we have now, so while the minced meat is cooking, we are going to start with the pine nuts. The pine nuts, when you cook and fry up your pine nuts, what you can do is add it to the meat. But a lot of people have nut allergies. So this is really optional. You can do it separate and not add it to the meat and just use it for garnish after. But it's entirely up to you. A lot of people have nut allergies. So these pine nuts, again, are an option. So what we do is we just fry them up until they're toasty brown while I keep stirring the mincemeat. I'm going to keep stirring this. Like this. Right. Gosh, Mom, the kitchen smells delicious. I guess that's a good sign.
So I'm going to put the pine nuts to fry. Gosh, Jen, I wish we had smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. Can I tell you something? The kitchen smells divine. One thing's for sure, my husband is getting Arabic rice for dinner.
We know what the Hadeed household is having for dinner.
Yes, that's for sure. This is what's happening tonight in the Hadeed house. Arabic rice. And that's the thing with Arabic rice. It's a meal by itself, you know, because it has protein, it has carbs. I mean, it's everything you need and more. You know, all you need to do is, you know, probably just have a salad on the side. And if you look, Mommy's pine nuts are probably toasty. So that's the color you want your pine nuts, because that's a lovely color to garnish. That toasty color to garnish your Arabic rice on after.
You want to put it in the pot or no?
I'm not going to add it to the pot, only because I have a nephew who is really allergic to nuts. So I'm going to leave that on the side. So I'm going to leave it on the side. I'm not going to, what a lot of people like to do is take the pine nuts and throw them in, because it really adds a lovely flavor to the minced meat. It adds really a nice flavor. So, Mom, how do you know when the meat is done?
You have to dry down a little more. It has a little too much liquid.
Has too much liquid.
Yes.
Okay.
Has to dry down a little more.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a recipe that can be used, and it really just takes half an hour at most. It really just takes half an hour at most to cook a meal like this. And once you have everything readily available, again, the rice I used, where do I have it? Okay, let me show you all. The rice I used, how do I flip this? Right. So the rice I used was parboiled rice, and I got the minced meat from Artie's, and all my other ingredients from Massey Stores. So it's honestly an easy recipe to follow. If anyone has any questions, you all can, you know, just raise your hand or just tell me, and I have an expert with us. So what I'm going to do now is probably just, well, you're right, add the rice. So we're going to add the rice now. This is 2 cups of rice. So 2 cups of rice to the mincemeat. And are you going to add this stuff?
Yes.
Add it now. Okay. And this is the seasoning powder. Right.
And a little dash of my nutmeg.
Also, this is my mother's secret ingredient in her Arabic rice. It's not listed in the book, but she really likes to use nutmeg when doing her just a dash of nutmeg when doing her Arabic rice. Right. Mom, that was more than a dash.
Well, a little
but she likes to add nutmeg. And we're going to add the 4 cups of chicken stock.
Anna, sorry, I missed the powder that you slid in from the plate. What was that?
It's all-purpose.
Oh, just all-purpose
It's a
seasoning.
bouillon, yes. It's an all-purpose.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And the thing is with this, you can make your own chicken stock. If it is you feel the need to make it, or you can just pre-buy your chicken stock. It's honestly entirely up to you. My mother also likes to add a little bit of oil, a tablespoon of oil to her Arabic rice. So she's sharing some little secrets with you that she does in addition to the recipe in the book. And what you're going to do now is leave this. Nah, that's the bubble. Right. And how long do we leave this for about?
The minute it starts to bubble,
right,
you just lower the fire. That's it.
So you just watch your rice and it's going to cook. It's going to cook in no time, maybe about 15 minutes.
Yeah, very easy.
So while that's cooking, of course, I did Arabic rice this morning. And
this is the finished product.
This is the finished product. I added the pine nuts after. So this is really how your Arabic rice should look traditionally. Again, you don't have to put the pine nuts in because of a nut allergy, and you could even use slivered almonds if you'd like. So it's really up to you. And we boiled some chicken. So I boiled some chicken earlier today, and I shredded it, and I just garnished my Arabic rice with it. So really, it's an easy meal, and if it is you want to cook a balanced meal for your family, Arabic rice is the way to go. We'll check on the rice right now. It's still cooking. It's going to take a little while to cook, but if you would like, you can ask any questions here, because we're going to have to wait a while for that Arabic rice to cook, just a bit. But this is the finished product, so if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask. Mom, so what age did Taita teach you to cook Arabic rice?
When I was 18, I knew how to cook it.
When Mom was 18. Yeah.
Lower the fire now.
So when she was 18, I learned to cook it when I got married, and I realized I had to cook every night for my husband. So Arabic rice was my first dish I cooked. Anyone has any questions?
So Jana, when you put it all into the pot, you just let it come up to a boil, and then you turn it down a little bit, and then when the rice is cooked, it's ready.
Absolutely, the rice will cook. Yeah, if it's as soon as it starts to boil, you just lower it down and put it on a simmer, and let it cook on its own for 10 minutes.
Oh,
actually, you know what? I will turn and show you all how it's bubbling. So it's bubbling right now. So what we did was lower down the fire to a simmer, and it's just going to start to cook now. And we're just going to leave it for about 10-15 minutes again, or 10 minutes, and it'll probably be done. And again, these are the pine nuts that I will garnish it after with. So yeah, it's really a simple. You can taste as you go along, of course, but it's a simple recipe. And again, it's from this book, the Ahlen, which has a lot of really good recipes and easy to follow. One recipe I use all the time is their pie dough recipe, because a lot of the older ladies in our community told me if I use the pie dough recipe, I can make, so every Sunday morning I wake up and I use the pie dough recipe, and I make beef pies, pak choy pies, and another one we call za'atar. So so this recipe is really easy, and the method very self-explanatory.
Yeah. Jana, we have a question. They're asking if you keep stirring the rice while it's boiling, or you can just leave it and it'll cook on its own. No, you leave it, let it cook on its own. Okay.
So mommy hasn't been
And
stirring the pot. Mom has just left it.
okay. Okay. And if you don't eat beef, of course you can. I mean, I know the Arabic way is to use the minced beef, but you can use minced chicken or minced turkey or anything else as
Absolutely.
well.
Arabic rice is minced beef. Mom is saying Arabic rice traditionally is minced beef.
Okay.
It's traditionally minced beef.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't eat it, there's something else you can make. Actually,
Right.
you know what? I'm going to share that with you. If you don't eat it, there is something that you can do, and it's called, I'll tell you right now, it's what people who don't eat meat, it's called Bergal. Hi, Catherine, how are you? I'm seeing you. The wheat and lentil. This is it, wheat and lentil. This is so easy to do. This is easier than Arabic rice. And this is what we call imjadra. And this is what a lot of people use or they do both. So they do Arabic rice traditionally for the kids and the family, but they have those that would not eat the meat. And wheat and lentil is perfect. And you get your lentil you can get it from peppercorns, you can get it from Malabar, you can get it from Babat. There are a lot of places that sell the wheat and again, lentils. A half a cup of lentil, and it is very simple to do, just like the Arabic rice. But mommy is saying traditionally, Arabic rice
The traditional Arabic rice is beef.
Is minced meat, yes.
Right. Okay.
You know, so
I hear you. But guys, I'm sure if you don't eat beef, I mean, with what they're doing, definitely is the traditional Arabic rice. So, but I'm sure you can do a little variation if you don't eat beef, you know, to add some other minced meat.
Yes, because when you do the Arabic rice, and what a lot of people do traditionally as well. So on top of the Arabic rice, you all will all know they have things like hummus and labni and just other, like laban is like a yogurt. Hummus is a chickpea and tahini dip. All these things you eat with the Arabic rice. You can eat alongside with the Arabic rice. So yeah, Arabic food is versatile like that. You can mix anything with it and we eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Jana, what's your favorite dessert? So we have the Arabic rice. Is there a dessert that you would suggest that would go best with this? Or
do you? Well, you know, what's my favorite Arabic dessert? I love mamoul. I love mamoul. That's cream of wheat and soaked almonds, soaked walnuts, in rose water. It's really, really delicious and also easy to do. Arabic rice is very easy to do. I mean, Arabic food, Arabic desserts are very easy to do. So mamoul is really one of my favorites. So if you want, next time we could do a dessert. If you all want.
Sure.
But yeah, mamoul is always a favorite. After or baklava. Baklava is also very easy to do as well. You just buy the pastry dough, and again, you use your walnuts, your crushed walnuts, and you make it. It's really a simple dessert. So all these things we can do next time.
And these are all in the recipe book as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. There's a section called desserts. Yeah, there's a section called desserts in the, let me just get it right here. I'll show you all the mamoul. Right, so this is the baklava I was talking about. This is the baklava. Very easy to do.
Yes,
and then you have, baklava. So yeah, you have sweets, and then it starts. So you have the baklava, and this was the mamoul I was talking about. That is really easy to make. This is what we call namura. So again, it's cream of wheat, the rose water, the almonds, and the sugar, and baking powder. Really easy to make. So, and this is really, yes, and this is also a popular one. It's called Genevierve. Genevierve, it's a cheese dessert. And it's mozzarella cheese. So yeah, so this book is really useful, and they made it very easy for anyone to really cook and follow, because at the end of the day, you want to pass on something, because these were by this book was created by women who are all alive with us and shared their experiences from childhood, from their parents and what they were taught. So they created this book, and it's like a staple in a lot of people's homes. So it's an easy book to follow, the method, everything. We're going to check on this Arabic rice because with all the talking I'm doing,
I'm sure the time has passed now and it's almost ready.
Mom, how's Arabic rice, love?
It's very good, but you have to cover it back.
But we have to cover it back, sorry. Yeah.
And lower your fire.
And lower the fire a bit. Does anyone have any questions before we continue?
Swapna wants to abracadabra the book.
Is what?
She wants to abracadabra the book. So I'm assuming that means she wants it to just appear and create all the recipes for her.
Who's that?
Swapna.
Oh, yes. It's available online. You can use it. It's available at Panini, Adams. Yeah. And if she can't get it, she can call me. I'll get hold of one for her.
Okay, great.
And it's a great gift, even. So,
sure.
You know, I think we're getting a question on the chat.
I've been answering them. That's what I've been
answering them.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking you. Yeah.
I got Genevierve from peppercorns. It's our breakfast when we're in Lebanon. Yes.
Yeah.
So she got Genevierve from You can buy it frozen as well.
Okay.
So that's the story. So this is the finished product again. For all those that wanted to see.
Jana, we had a few people who came in a little late, so you can just let them know what's sprinkled on the top. I know it's the pine nuts, and you did some shredded chicken.
So what I did was, before I started, I boiled 2 chicken breasts, and I shredded it to use as garnish for my for the Arabic rice. And the pine nuts. Let me just get the pine nuts. And show you. These are the pine nuts. You can get this in Price Mart even. And we just fried up some pine nuts and got it toasty to look like that. And then we garnished the Arabic rice with it. Okay. Again, for those that just came in, I did not throw in the pine nuts in the straight to the meat just because of allergies, nut allergies and whatnot. So I saved it on the side. And then I just garnished it after. So, but you could have just thrown it in with your minced meat and had it, and then on top here garnish as well. So it's really a preference. And the rice I used was the parboiled rice, and the minced meat was available in Artie's or Price Mart even, or Bloom's.
Nice.
So that was really,
And that's it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So
I feel so honored.
Anyone
Thank
have
you so
any
much,
questions?
To the ISPS PTO.
You are.
Mom says
welcome.
my rice is done. I'm just going to show you now.
Okay, so let's see it.
Mommy said I spoke too much. She said you spoke, so your rice cooked. So yes, she said the rice is done, and we can take it off the fire now. Yeah, honestly, you just take it off the fire.
Okay, and you just fluff it and you just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it and move it away from the fire because it will stick to the bottom and it will overcook as well. So it's good, Mom?
Perfect. That's it.
All right. So that's the Arabic rice in a nutshell. And I have these right here. I'm going to garnish it after along with my chicken. So we have a lot of Arabic rice in the Hadeed household. My husband might be getting that 2 days in a row.
Oh, Lord. Jana, thank you so much. Does anyone have any final questions? No, I think we're good. I think we're all going to be trying this weekend.
Yes, thank you so much
for Sunday lunch.
Everyone. Yes, it's really a good dish to try.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your kids would like it.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And we will definitely send you guys a link when the next one is going to be on. But Jana, this was a lovely beginning. And thank you, Mom.
Mom, they're saying thank you.
Thank you. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you,
Yes.
Catherine. I don't know if you want to say anything or.
Oh, you're on
okay.
mute.
She's on mute. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
So thanks again, Jenna.
Oh, great.
Thank
you so much
Mom.
again.
Thank you,
for
Jackie,
everything.
and everyone else on for also assisting us with this.
Hi, Joanna. How are you? I will drop some Arabic rice for the ISPS admin. I know they've been asking me about this. I know Dr. Julian, Mrs. Funky Funk, Mrs. Brocklesby, Mr. Young. They've all been asking about this. So you know what? I'm going to drop for you all this week. Okay? You have my word.
That's very kind of you, Jenna. Thank you as well. And to the parents who are here, I just want to give you a little reminder. Next Friday, it's really a big day for us, our International Day celebrations. There's a link in the loop for everyone to join us at 12:30. And please take a picture of your family in some sort of international colors, Hindu outfit. It's going to be Diwali, anything at all. I really would like, this is one way that we can all participate. So please get those outfits out. Just send us a picture, and I will thank you very much for it. And Swapna, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Oh, Swapna is next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So we'll get that's great to know.
Diwali dish.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
actually
yes.
perfect
So-
timing with Diwali.
Yes. Yes.
So we're going to
Great.
send out those ingredients and
Yes,
you
I have my
guys
book
are
here.
going to have that. Yeah.
Oh,
have my
book.
I have never opened it and cooked anything from it, so I'm going to inspire me.
Yeah, now is a good time to open it. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, Lord.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Jenna, and thank you
Anytime.
everyone for joining us. And as Jackie said, join in for International Week celebrations at lunchtime next week, and then for Swapna in the afternoon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you
you
so
Natasha.
much.
Thank you, Catherine, Helen, PTO.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Have a good evening and weekend.
Have
Okay.
a good evening, everyone. Bye.
All righty.
Please.